tab. Hey, Taylor.
Big T in the house. Sweet T in the house.
Sweet Terrio.
Little cousin Sweet T.
Oh, God. I gotta double this. Scott, you have the microphone for the moment.
Hey guys, this is Scott. I had a really good idea the other day for a Donafart invention, but it might be too good. It's called a Rubik's Tube instead of a Rubik's Cube. It's kind of like a kaleidoscope. That makes sense. So.
All right, guys. The microphone is hot. So are the podcast boys.
Hot. That's going to be a theme of the episode, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe. Because I got this.
Just heard a little Walter bark.
We're going to have our first buyer for the Rubik's Tube. I just have to go talk to James Rubik.
Yeah. I don't think his name's James. I think it was like Arnold.
Arlald.
R-L-O-L. Well, we got Taylor listening, so that's good.
We got Kara listening, two former guests.
Oh, nice.
If I'm to believe what the Facebook Live feed says.
We have a couple minutes here. Just recording. This part probably won't make the actual episode, but
You never know.
let's talk it and let's have some fun, Scott.
You never know.
You never know. You know what? We can get another stream going here too.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe I'll Periscope us.
Oh.
That's gonna be confusing. I have a mouse that.
Max, you have a request. Taylor wants you to give him a Woodstream Farms.
That's actually how we say a Windstream Farm. Windstream Farm. That's what he wants.
I get it.
And I gave it to him.
I get it.
You don't get it.
I don't get it. Look at the people filing in.
All of them.
All these people. Beautiful people.
You're all beautiful.
We'll be starting the true episode at 8 o'clock. But everybody just start to, meld and chat. I want everyone to be friends.
Yeah. Hi, Greg.
Greg, my boy, the Red Baron from my old job at Ibis. Good to see you, buddy. Look at all these little laughy faces. What a treat this is.
This is a treat.
Double angles.
I'm going to try and get us going live on Twitter as well.
Is it going to be from your phone over there?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Everyone tuning on Twitter, you're in for a real treat.
Yeah, you can't even see Scott on Twitter.
That's how we want it.
Maybe I could get a different angle because that's a
No, we're good.
That's a terrible angle.
Greg loves the show. We love him. Don't just do this. Everybody, delete your Twitter accounts before this goes up.
Yeah. I can combine
boy.
these. We're going to make this work, Scott.
You could put it right here.
Yeah, but then it's not on us.
Ooh wee. What's everybody been watching? You know, everyone in the comments just start spamming what you've been watching. Ooh.
That's still pretty terrible on Twitter, but
You're going to
hey.
put tape over that Dell logo on Twitter.
Oh, shit.
Oh, more me.
There we go. No me.
Keep
All right.
pounding.
All right. We're on Facebook, though. Who cares about Twitter?
Yeah, all we care about is Facebook.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the easiest way to get to a lot of people.
Yeah.
'Cause Facebook's going to be selling this data all over the dark web or whatever they're doing.
True, guys. If you're into Facebook selling your data, press 1 on your keyboard right now.
That was me doing that.
Hey, Sean. Also, if you guys have any questions, any early questions for us, just get them in, and we'll get to them once the show starts.
Late questions, we'll get to them later.
Yeah, when the show ends.
Or in between.
Yeah, at some point we'll get to them.
You never know. Depends on the quality of the question.
Sean's
Here we go.
spamming some ones
Here
for
we go.
us.
Greg's excited for Ready Player One.
Go, Greg. I'm kind of excited for Spielberg stuff.
I'm starting to get in on it.
I'm not going to say I'm excited for it, but I'm excited for anything Spielberg does.
It's curiosity for me. He also saw Pacific Rim 2 and Red Sparrow.
Nice.
Pacific Rim 2, a lot of fun. That's what I've heard.
I've heard that too.
And Red Sparrow, bad accent from J-Law. I've also heard that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She does a good Southern accent.
Just a good nude scene. I don't.
Wow.
That was tasteless.
Wow. Taylor's been watching Bob's Burgers. I could tell because that mustache photo you keep throwing up
That's-
looks just like Bob.
Yeah. For anyone watching on Twitter, I'm occasionally going to do one of these at the Twitter screen. Nice.
Yeah.
That's,
Hey, Twitter feed.
that's for you guys.
I'll just
Nice.
flex for you guys all night.
Ooh.
So
1 minute till go time, and then the real fun begins.
yeah. Daniel
Oh,
says,
yeah. Dan's been watching Sneaky Pete. I liked Sneaky Pete.
Was it good?
It's okay. Yeah. I didn't finish the first season, and the second season I just came out, but it was better than I expected. I liked Giovanni Ribisi more than I thought I would.
Yeah. I always say that when I see a Giovanni Ribisi role.
That's good.
It's hard for me to watch that show just conceptually because my dog's named Pete and he's very sneaky. So
Pete's not that sneaky.
he is
Actually, he is.
yeah,
One
he's very
time
sneaky.
when he was over at my house, he ate a bunch of Cape Cod potato chips off a plate. He had like a 3-second window when he got there. So
he
sneaky.
maximizes his
Sneaky
snack
Pete.
time.
He learned that from his papa.
So guys, sorry if there's a delay. We've been messing with it. It looks like it's here for the duration.
Yeah, your questions and thoughts and such shall be addressed if they're worth addressing. Just a little 45 seconds later than you'd like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Greg on that Smallville right there.
Oh yeah, Greg. Hashtag oh yeah, Greg.
So a true
Hashtag.
story. I used to buy my wife before we were married. I used to buy her Smallville on DVD, all the box sets, and
She's in the chat.
she's now in the chat room.
So be careful what you say.
But I used to buy those for her, and I like Smallville.
Groovy.
Yeah. It looks like on our Twitter live feed we have my buddy Albert who was on our Shining episode.
Big
and
Daddy Al.
so
what we call
he's
him.
joining us from Twitter, keeping it real over there.
That's for you, Al. All right, you want to do this thing?
Sure, man. Let's do this. Let's do some podcasting.
Before we start, just thanks to everyone who's joining. You guys are real cool.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah.
Share this. Share it. Send us some likes on the screen. Stuff like that always helps. Share it to everyone you know. Everyone.
I told my mom about it. She doesn't like Facebook that much, but
Well.
there you go. Maybe she likes Twitter.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
That Twitter symbol you're flashing up there is pretty good. So
Thanks. And also for everyone who's here, I know you're here early, but stick around late because we might have a little giveaway later.
woo woo.
Last time, the Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Withers won both halves of our giveaway.
Yeah,
So
it was a setup.
we'll see. We'll see what happens this time. Do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, there we go.
We're all just hanging out.
All right, Scott.
Yep.
Are we gonna do some podcasting?
Yeah, let's do it. Hello and welcome to the Critical Breakdown, the podcast where we start at the bottom of Rotten Tomatoes, work our way to 100% fresh. I'm Scott.
And I'm Max, and today we are talking about the future of this podcast because we've reached 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and so things are going to kind of change a little bit.
Boom.
Boom.
Change is coming. The wind's of change. It's a nor'easter of change.
Yeah, and
A storm of change.
if you're listening when this comes out on its normal Tuesday release, this is actually a live episode recording here with our friends on Facebook and on Twitter.
Yeah, so those of you who have joined us live, thank you. Those of you who have joined us live and are listening to the podcast, double thank you.
It's a lot of thanks.
Yeah, and if you're just listening to the podcast, still thank you.
Yeah,
Everyone's got lives. Tuesdays are busy.
yeah, it's pretty busy for me, that's for sure.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I got things to do, Scott.
Well, what have you been watching?
Well, we started watching a documentary series on Netflix called Wild Wild Country, I think it's called. Wild Wild Country.
Yeah, I saw that,
Yeah.
but I don't know what it's about, so explain.
It is a documentary series about this cult that was in Oregon in like the early 80s. Well, it's around since the 60s. It's pretty wild. It's unbelievable when you start watching it. We only got one episode in, but it's pretty nuts. I told Paul about it, and he like steamrolled through like 4 episodes right away because it's that addictive. I haven't been able to get into it much because I've been so busy with work and everything, and
Yeah.
trying to keep up with this, fun stuff in my life too. So
Yeah.
can't dedicate all my time to the Netflix thing, but
What can you do?
but yeah, so I watched that. That was pretty good. Just one episode so far, but I'm dying to watch the rest of it.
I'm sure you will.
What about you? What have you been watching?
Well, this past weekend, 2 premieres on HBO. One, the new season of Silicon Valley.
Nice.
Which was very funny. I'm a little frustrated with the show because they just keep going through the same motions. Like, the things that happened in season 1 basically are still happening, and we're in season 5. So the formula is getting old, but there's very funny jokes around it.
Yeah.
And then I watched Barry, the new Bill Hader show.
Yeah, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't like knee slapper funny, but it was solid. I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah,
it's a cool idea.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I liked all the premiere, the previews for it made it look cool. Where did he just go into acting or?
Yeah. So without spoiling too much, in the first episode at least, he's supposed to execute a hit on a guy who's in an acting class, and then he walks into the acting class, ends up on stage, and it just kind of unfurls from there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It was a fun start. I'm sure HBO does good comedies because I like Veep a lot, and I don't know if Veep came back yet or not, but I know Julia Louis-Dreyfus had cancer, but she beat it, and they started filming again. But so good job, Julia. Know you're out there. I see you on our Facebook feed. Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Name drop. I also binged all of Survivor Ghost Island.
Oh, that's the new one, right?
The newest one, yep. I hadn't been watching, which is rare for me.
Yeah.
But my sister has actually, she said it's appointment television for them.
Huh.
So I got all caught up actually in one night last night, and it's a very good season.
The ghosts that they got for this season were really spooky.
They're very realistic. It's actually, for a Survivor nut like me, it's really cool. They're doing this it's basically like an exile island where when somebody goes to it, they have to, quote unquote, deal with the ghosts of Survivor past. And so it'll be a bad decision someone 10 years ago made.
Yeah.
And then it's like, James didn't play his idol and he got voted out with 2 idols in his pocket. This is that idol. Will you reverse the curse? And so for someone who loves the old stuff, that's really cool. Yeah. But the cool thing is the tribes are just...
Did they have Richard, is it Richard Hatch?
Hatch? No, they don't have Hatch.
But did they have his tax records on there? And you have to file his taxes for him?
Yeah, well, they didn't have it on there, but there's still a lot of room for Ghost Island to bring it in. No, it's a cool season so far, though. The cast is really good. And considering 3 out of the 4 boots so far have been rather uneventful, like pretty straightforward, but the episodes have still been great, and so that means top notch.
Yeah, that's some good surviving then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anything else?
That's basically it. Ready Player One comes out this coming weekend. When this goes up live, or when this goes up on Apple Podcasts, it'll have just come out, and I expect to see that this weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see Pacific Rim 2. I didn't like the first Pacific Rim, so it's not that I didn't like it. It was okay.
It wasn't your favorite movie by any means, but we have you on record saying it was pretty good.
Pull up the record.
We're gonna switch now to play the actual podcast. We recorded it on Pacific Rim.
Yeah, no, I liked it okay, but it wasn't my favorite.
It's not your type of movie. I mean,
yeah, and I think the trailers have looked pretty bad for this one, but they look colorful. I like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty dark.
Yeah. And you know what? Here, let me air some grievances. Can I air some grievances?
Yeah, please.
Avengers: Age of Ultron not available to stream anywhere. Not on Netflix or Hulu, where some Disney stuff is. You can't even rent it on Amazon.
For me, that's not a grievance.
Well, I wanted to revisit it because I know I didn't love it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So,
no, that's like Ant-Man. I can't find Ant-Man anywhere. I haven't looked that hard, but it's not on Netflix.
I was about to say, but you really been going out of your way. You got to search the little section. That doesn't even make sense.
I'll never search the little section, just for the record.
There he is. Well, why don't we get into this thing?
Yeah, let's do some episoding here. I got to stop saying let's do something.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so if everybody's listened and all caught up, we just did When Harry Met Sally, our 89% movie, and that means we're in the home stretch, 90 to 100.
Yeah.
That's really good movies that were options, and we didn't want to narrow ourselves down to just one choice for each of these percentages because this is kind of the payoff of all the shitty movies we watched.
Yeah.
This is the reason we did it. So
for every number 23, there's at least in theory 10 movies. But we wanted more than 10 movies.
Yeah. So what we're doing is a little different. In the past, we've done each week, we've gone up 1%. You know what? We're going to have to change the intro. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But now, from 90% on, Max and myself are each picking our own choices for these percentages. But we want you guys involved too. So every 3 weeks will be the same percentage. So, for example, next week will be a 90% episode. And Max's choice, my choice, and then an audience poll for their own choice. So you guys can get involved and pick our movies. We did that a few percentages ago. You guys voted for us to watch Inception over Mulan, Steve Jobs, and Heat.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. But it just kind of showed that, because I don't think either of us would have picked Inception.
No. We probably would have picked Heat.
Yeah, because Heat's amazing. But it showed that you guys need to have your voices heard too. So without further ado, we're going to go over the next, what is this, 11 percentages?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're going to go over all of them. We're going to show you what Max picked, what I picked, and the options for you guys. So the actual polls are going to go up probably the week before that episode would air. So we can just kind of get into it, and then we can explain the nitty-gritty of how and where to vote. But, Max, what are our 90% options?
All right. Our 90% options.
Wow.
We have a little overlay, so it should show up.
Yeah.
But
while we're on a little delay, we can read a few of the comments.
yeah, Jody asked us if Walter, the podcast dog, will get a movie choice. And he would probably pick the same movie every week, even though we would explain to him that we'll change percentages.
Yeah.
So
What would he pick?
probably like Air Bud or Air Buddies. He probably likes the kid version, but they're less spooky.
Yeah. I was reading the other day that Air Bud's done like 7 sports now.
Yeah.
I want to see a ping pong Air Bud.
He's kind of a bud for all seasons, if you will.
This one's for you. All right, so now our overlay's up. I did want to say one more thing. Before we get too far away from my Survivor commentary, Greg commented in and said that Bradley is the worst. Greg, I love Bradley. He's like a lawyer. He talks out of the side of his mouth the whole time, which is really weird.
Side talking's weird.
But I like it. He's very articulate, and I like that. So I think he's going to go far, and he's going to be really annoying the whole time, but in a way that I appreciate.
It looks like Miles just dipped into the feed. Hey, Miles.
Thanks for a dip, Miles. All right, so now you guys can see our movie options.
Yeah.
There are 6 films splayed across your screen now.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are listening, we'll get to them now. Max, which one did you choose for us to review?
I picked Blade Runner. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of always a good film to have a conversation on. And we together watched the sequel recently, so it's worthwhile for us to dip into the original.
It's a great movie. Will we do the theatrical version or the final cut?
I think the final cut might be best.
The final cut is generally considered the ideal way to watch it.
Yeah, so we could do the final cut and give our own thoughts on it.
Yeah, good idea.
I picked it because it's good.
Boom.
Stop judging me, Scott.
Boom. What do you want me to do?
What did you pick?
I picked The Fighter.
Tell me why.
David O. Russell's an interesting director, and this is one of his best ones, I think.
And we have watched one of his worst ones already.
Yeah, we watched Accidental Love. But I really like The Fighter. I think it's going to be good and interesting to talk about. It's a pseudo-sports movie. We haven't really covered a sports movie, at least in a while, right? Cool Runnings?
Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Munich?
No.
No.
But it'll be fun to watch that, and I think there's good comparisons with some of the future options that are on here.
That's true.
And so for those following along to the visual side of this, the other 4 options are what you will get to vote on. We have Zombieland, An American Werewolf in London, Doctor Strange, and Galaxy Quest. So kind of a fun mix there.
Yeah.
None of those scream like classic film to me, but
hold on.
Oh.
We may have lost video feed.
If you can still hear us, our editors, Jason and Todd, are working on this. And should I keep talking, Max? I'll read some comments. Miles agrees with Max on the Blade Runner thoughts, on the BR thoughts. Greg would like for us to do Galaxy Quest. Well, Greg, you have the chance. Your voice amongst the masses will be heard. Paul wants me to watch An American Werewolf in London. Go ahead and cast that vote. and we'll do it. They can hear us, just for the record.
Okay.
Miles says Surf Ninjas should be on the list, and it's not.
Well, I think we're back to video streaming here. Sorry about that, guys.
Live TV, am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
This really puts Bill O'Reilly in perspective.
Yeah, Jason and Todd are gonna get beat up for that error there. Let's just be real.
Now we're gonna have OSHA on us.
Did anybody send out any love for Galaxy Quest?
Yes, we did have some Galaxy Quest love.
Galaxy Quest is great.
Yeah, we talked about Galaxy Quest. What were we? I forget.
Probably Star Trek's.
We were talking
Talk about Star Trek like every other week.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Is Surf Ninjas rated this high though, Miles?
I doubt it. I wasn't gonna say that for Miles, but I didn't want this to be a crucifixion of Surf Ninjas.
Oh no.
But
We could just do a special one episode on Surf Ninjas one day.
Yeah,
worth considering.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list.
Zombieland is a movie I've never even really thought about revisiting.
Yeah.
So I wonder how it's held up. I mean, it's not that old, but
some of the
comedy ages faster than other movies,
and it kind of has stayed in the vernacular.
Yeah.
People mention the double tap thing all the time.
Oh yeah. Good cast too.
Oh yeah.
If I had to pick of these, I like Doctor Strange too. I think I'd be interested in seeing your thoughts on Doctor Strange. If I had my pick though, I'd pick Galaxy Quest.
I think
it's timeless.
I probably would too. So I'm glad that we're gonna have a vote because it'll be interesting to see what the audience picks.
Yeah, and I'm also interested to see if Doctor Strange wins with like a little Marvel bump. You know,
yeah,
pre Infinity War. People want to know our thoughts on Doctor Strange since he's in it. You know.
Yeah, they got to know. Got to know what's going on.
There you go. So those are our choices. Everybody write down your favorite and remember it when the poll goes up. All right, Max. Keep us cruising.
All right, let's cruise on, my friends. Here's our next set.
All right, a totally different list of movies here.
Yeah.
These are much more serious on the whole, but my pick was The Departed. It's one of my favorite movies. When I was in college, I took a film class. I think everybody probably did for fun. But
it's like how everyone is kind of bi in college. Some of us just kind of take a film class.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did a big report on The Departed, how it what it does with film noir ideas. So,
can I confess that I've never seen The Departed?
I think that might be the other reason why I picked it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's been spoiled for me so many times that I just never
Yeah,
saw it.
I mean, there's twists towards the end, but the whole movie's really good.
Yeah, you know,
and it's Scorsese.
I've always wanted to see it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things I didn't rush because I was like, oh, okay.
And, you know, Scorsese's next picture is going to be The Irishman on Netflix. It's the largest budget Netflix movie of all time. And it'll be interesting to watch this and then be able to watch that one with The Departed feather in your cap. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what about you, Max? Which of these did you pick?
I picked The Witch.
Yeah, I'm not really thrilled about this. I have sat down before with the intention of watching The Witch and literally been too spooked to turn it on.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the, you know how like every movie starts with the studio like splash page? Yeah. I've gotten to those and then stopped. But like, okay, this is a good start.
We're going to pop some popcorn. We're going to turn the lights real low.
Yeah, great.
And we're going to scare some scoots.
Yeah.
It's actually, to me, it wasn't that scary. It was just super interesting. And you'll finally get all my Black Phillip references.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, so that's why I'm pretty excited to watch it.
As you can see, the other options are Zero Dark 30, Raising Arizona, Stand By Me, and There Will Be Blood.
It's a pretty good row, man.
This is all like kind of prestige films.
Yeah.
You know, all directed by pretty known quantities.
Yeah.
Zero Dark 30's Catherine Bigelow, right?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. Raising Arizona's Coen Brothers, Stand By Me, Rob Reiner. A quick return to Rob Reiner. And then There Will Be Blood, of course, is P.T. Anderson. I've been wanting to rewatch There Will Be Blood because I didn't like it that much the first time I saw it, but I also was watching with like 15 people, and that's not the kind of movie you watch in a big group. And
Yeah.
But so if I had to pick one here, I like all of these movies. I haven't actually seen Raising Arizona, so maybe I'd pick that one so I could see it.
I think There Will Be Blood would be my pick from the rest of it here.
That's a long one. That's a long boy.
Is it the longest one on our list, though?
No.
Okay. That's good to know.
That's a little nice tease.
Yeah.
Wait till 100% for that.
Wait till it.
Yeah. Taking a quick peek at the chat. People want Raising Arizona. A lot of people want me to watch The Witch, and you're gonna get your wish
Yeah.
because that's locked in. Thanks, Max. But I think that's a fun group.
Yeah, for sure. It's all like a serious group too.
Yeah. The next line has a lot of heavy hitters.
The next line is like, if you were to pick out my classic DVD shelf, that would be it.
The next line has Max and I picking like personal favorites, and then a bunch of massive heavy hitters after that.
And then the rest of it's just Max's personal favorites, basically. All right.
Boom.
Boom.
So a couple films should stand out on this list. The Spectacular Now and Face Off don't really hold up to the other two as far as like the common vernacular of movies.
And what's funny about that is those are the two that we picked.
Yeah. I picked The Spectacular Now. I know I'm many times on record about how much I enjoy it. I think it's one of the best modern coming-of-age tales. And I'm excited for you to watch it. Even if you are not that into it, it does have your girl Mary Elizabeth Winstead, so
It's true.
stay for that.
Well, it's the same director who did what's it called? It's not Wasted. It's the movie about alcoholism. That's good. She's in as well.
Yeah, James Ponsoldt.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I don't remember
It's
the
like
name of that
Trashed or Wasted. Somebody tell me in the
one. Thrashed.
Trashed in the
I was pitching another idea.
in the comments if you remember the name. But yeah, so we picked these because it's too hard to pick between Children of Men, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, and The Lion King.
Yeah, those four are pretty heavy hitters. Max, why did you pick Face Off before we get to the voters?
I picked Face Off because about once a week I yell at Scott that I'm Castor Troy, and he just doesn't think it's funny, so he needs to watch it. Also, it's like it's not. What tier? I mean, like, look at this. Face Off versus these. I got to revisit Face Off to see how it could,
Be on the same line.
the same amount of critics can enjoy it versus that. So it's a real dumb choice on my part, but I'm really proud of it.
Nah, there's no dumb choices, Max. That's kind of the beauty of this.
Plus,
and
like, Nicolas Cage,
Nicky Cage.
And if
Mr. Breakdown,
if our listeners vote Raising Arizona the week before, we might be doing back-to-back Nicky Cages.
Boom. He also played the Brontosaurus in Jurassic Park.
It's true.
It'll be interesting if Jurassic Park is chosen. I will finally face my fears, my childhood fears.
And that could be The Witch, and then 2 weeks later, Jurassic Park.
Maybe The Witch will help me watch Jurassic Park because it'll be way scarier. One thing we did try to do was make all the poll choices at least kind of the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Like the line before kind of has a bunch of prestige films and not wide common releases, sort of, maybe. More thinkers. This one has blockbusters.
Yeah.
And
even though Children of Men isn't a blockbuster, it's like a beloved film.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. If I had to pick here, I do love Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It would probably be Saving Private Ryan if I had to pick. Though, I mean, like, Children of Men I also adore.
I would probably pick Children of Men personally, but
well,
Saving Private Ryan's like right there for me.
We don't have to agree on everything.
So that's why you guys are voting for us.
Yeah, you guys pick for us. I don't want to do it. All right, let's go to the next line. This one's got some interesting movies. For our 93% line.
We're at 93?
Yeah. Max has chosen Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
And I've chosen Coen Brothers' Fargo.
Yeah. I guess we're...
I've never seen Young Frankenstein either.
It's a classic, my friend.
Max so far has used most of his picks to finally get me to watch some things.
Yeah. So, I mean, Young Frankenstein, most people... I can even say most people have seen it. You would recognize references from it.
For sure.
It's a pretty classic and well-regarded comedy film.
I'd say it's well regarded.
Yeah,
93%.
Yeah, and I mean it stayed around in pop culture. Like it's still an active film people talk about. Yeah. So
I picked Fargo because I kind of felt bad after not loving The Big Lebowski because I do like the Coen Brothers, and I figured if we watch Fargo, we can also talk more about the miniseries. And maybe this will be my excuse to finally watch the third season of the miniseries.
Yeah.
Not that I really needed an excuse.
No.
But
I'm waiting for us to just sit down and watch it.
Yeah. And then our poll choices I think are interesting. No Country for Old Men and Boogie Nights are heavy hitters, like multiple time Oscar nominees. And then we have Midnight in Paris and Enchanted.
I think Enchanted's also a heavy hitter.
Is it?
It's well loved. People like it.
Okay.
It's a good one. But
I've never seen it.
But Boogie Nights is a good movie.
Midnight in Paris is good too.
I don't think I've seen Midnight in Paris.
Owen Wilson in that Woody Allen starring role.
Mm.
It's it's a very cool concept.
Yeah.
He's in Paris, and then at night he goes back in time and he meets like Salvador Dali and a bunch of artists.
Oh, you've explained that one to me before. Yeah.
It's a good movie, and we're gonna get some top-notch wows without a doubt.
Wow. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think either of them is gonna win. Boogie Nights and No Country for Old Men are very popular.
Dude, Enchanted's very popular.
No Country for Old Men's one of my favorite movies.
I know you don't believe me.
I believe you. I'm not fighting you on that.
My sister has requested that I say hello to my nieces, Bella and Savannah. Hey, Bella and Savannah. Thanks for watching. You guys are too young, though, so go to bed. Uncle's orders. And fake Uncle Scott's orders, too.
Yeah. In the comments, we're getting a lot of love for Boogie Nights, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
Elliot also threw an Enchanted here, so thank you, Elliot.
Good work, Elliot. Max needed that. Let's go to the next line.
Okay. Paul's also requested we say hey to Denzel. We're going to stop the haze here, but hey, Denzel.
We're going to stop the haze here as we hey, Denzel.
We're stopping it with the hey, Denzel. All right. 94%.
94%, I think, is a fun one. I picked Beauty and the Beast. In case The Lion King doesn't win its line, I wanted to get a Disney movie in there. We also haven't done an animated movie yet.
That's true.
And this is one of my favorites. I know it was a Best Picture nominee, right? But the original, we're talking Beauty and the Beast. I feel like people in our generation tend to hold specifically The Lion King in higher regard, but I really think Beauty and the Beast is possibly the best Disney cartoon I've seen. So
those are my two favorites. So
yeah. I like the music a lot in Beauty and the Beast.
That's fair.
And I didn't like the musical, or the 2017.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess it wasn't really a musical, but I didn't like that one as much. So
was it the T-Pain auto-tuning?
T-Pain sung in it?
No, it just had a lot of auto-tuning.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you have Raiders of the Lost Ark is Max's pick.
Yeah, I picked Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I didn't know Indiana Jones wasn't in the title of this movie.
There you go.
The sequels are Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
You're already learning.
Thank God. And what's interesting is our poll choices, which are Juno, Whiplash, Dazed and Confused, and Arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Arrival and Whiplash are two of my absolute favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I didn't pick them.
Yeah, that's really confusing. Arrival, probably because I've seen Arrival, so normally you'd pick that one to make me watch.
Yeah, but Whiplash.
But Whiplash, I thought for sure
there's
you
no
would pick
excuse
because
this was a big fail.
Yeah. So, but honestly, the one I'm least interested in watching is Dazed and Confused because I've seen it a billion times.
I haven't seen it. I'm not very interested because that poster sucks.
Sorry, everyone who's a big fan of it.
I'm interested in the movie, but of these choices, got to bring a better poster. Which of these posters do you think is best?
Just glancing at it, I'm torn between Arrival and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I like that Beauty and the Beast poster.
It's good. I mean, they're all good except for the Dazed and Confused poster.
It's really bad. The Whiplash one's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
you can't read it.
The words are good on it. Yeah,
we can't read it, but all the words are like reviews, so that's kind of nice.
But the Raiders one had such a classic cinema poster, the painted, the whip.
I think I have a poster of it in my
2 whip posters
in my home.
That's true, you do.
So I should have picked it.
I haven't seen Juno since it came out. It'd be interesting if that one.
Yeah.
I wonder if it holds up.
Yeah, it was definitely early on, touching more sensitive social issues in movies, like teen pregnancy. I remember that was a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's interesting now that that's way more common and accepted to see if Juno was very well regarded because it was bold or...
It's that snappy dialogue, my friend.
Who wrote it?
That is... God, why'd you say that? I was just thinking her name.
Oh, sorry. I didn't intend for this to happen. Paul says they're all on Prime.
Diablo Cody. Diablo Cody wrote it.
Oh,
just,
okay.
Yeah.
Paul says all the Indiana Jones movies are on Prime. So.
Ooh, even Crystal Skull?
I hope. I've never. That's actually one of my bigger gaps in movie knowledge. I've only seen Raiders. I haven't seen the sequels. I know.
I like
I've told
that.
you this
Yeah,
before.
people are writing in Diablo Cody's name because I forgot it like an idiot.
Yeah, we don't
And,
need to look things up. We have an audience
yeah,
here.
but it's like a 30-second delay. So
Yeah.
but
I like
my
how
favorite,
Jody just wrote Coyote.
yeah, Coyote.
Coyote.
Well, thanks guys. Thanks for having my back.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Let's look at another one.
Yeah, let's look at the next one. I meant to be asking about the movie posters on all these, but I forgot.
Well, moving forward, that's what we're doing.
Sure.
Is this the right one?
Yeah. So my pick here was True Grit, and this is actually a blind pick. I've never seen it.
Huh.
This is my second Coen Brothers choice, though.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
All right.
It's
Did
all
you
right.
like it?
I had trouble paying attention. I didn't think it was
Oh.
that engaging. So I'm
Well,
glad I could revisit it.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
Which on this line did you pick?
I picked Pan's Labyrinth.
Not a big surprise.
I pulled the Scott here because I've been wanting you to watch this forever. So I was like, this is the perfect chance.
You've been doing that too. That might just be pulling a Max.
No, sir, it's not. Yeah, but Pan's Labyrinth is awesome.
Yeah,
And a friend bought me like the Criterion version
Yeah.
of it, so I need to check that out.
you haven't watched it yet?
I'm waiting for you. I told you I'm not going to watch it
Wow.
until you watch it with me.
I bought that for Max for his birthday 2 birthdays ago.
My point is, I've been watching all these other movies for the podcast.
Well, it's good. I didn't get you a gift for this birthday because
Yeah,
I
so
knew
it's
you
a
hadn't
double.
watched this one.
It's a double. That's
It's
all.
a double. So our other choices are Snowpiercer, Creed, Nightcrawler, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
All good. I haven't seen Creed, but it has great reviews.
You know what? No laughs on this line. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's all pretty intense.
Yeah, Creed's great. I controversially think Creed is the best Rocky movie. Though when I was typing up our outline here, it made me think: is Creed a sequel? Because it is a sequel.
It's like a generational sequel.
Yeah, it's definitely its own.
It's a reboot,
Timeline,
not
but-
a reboot, but it's like it's a thing.
It has references
ties,
and
yeah.
characters from the original
yeah.
Rockies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
But-
definitely kind of a sequel.
Yeah, so we're pushing it there, but we watched one kind of a sequel already, didn't we? I don't remember. I remember my sister
Tron
getting
Legacy.
Yeah, my sister got really
yeah.
upset that we watched Tron Legacy.
Sarah
so-
got upset.
Yeah, shocker. She's not in the chat, so we can say that.
She won't listen. Tuesday.
Snowpiercer I haven't seen, but I've been meaning to because I like the director.
Yeah, I love Snowpiercer. It was really hard not to pick Snowpiercer. It's definitely one of my favorite movies. I think I saw it in theaters like 3 times when it came out.
Wow.
Just a little intense. I was actually
A little bit.
late to work when I worked at my last pizza job because I wanted to watch Snowpiercer in theaters, and I did.
Nice.
That's responsibility.
Yeah, that's the sign of a good movie.
That's dedication, Holmes.
And One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
It's a classic.
I haven't seen it, but I don't know if I'm all that interested in more crazy Jack Nicholson.
But this is like, a different kind of crazy.
Okay.
It's not like kill your family crazy. It's like have a good time crazy.
Great.
It's definitely like a you have to see it movie. So
I'll-
there's that.
I'll pick Nightcrawler of this list. I like Nightcrawler quite a bit.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's awesome.
Yeah.
Paul says it's pretty funny, which
Yeah. I don't 100% agree with. but
knowing Paul though, I think he's 100% being honest.
which of these posters is your favorite?
Oh man, that's tough.
The True Grit poster is cool because it looks like an old sign, but it's so simple.
Yeah, it's almost too simple for me.
Yeah. I like that Nightcrawler one. You
The
know?
Nightcrawler one's pretty badass, and
The
you can't-
Snowpiercer one's really cool too. You can't tell
Yeah.
this small, but it's a very cool image.
Yeah. They're all pretty good on this line.
Pan's Labyrinth is a nice one.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty dope. They all convey their
Dope.
feels, The
Yep.
feels conveyed.
For sure. All
Shall
right.
we move on?
Yeah. This is a good line too. That's the kind of thing that doesn't need to be said.
But we're saying it.
Yeah.
Bam.
All right. So on this line, my choice is Catch Me If You Can.
Mhm.
I bet this is another one that I've been trying to get Max to watch.
Yeah.
And not just me, though. I know as a fact that other former podcast guests really want you to watch Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, if Albert's still in the Twitter feed watching, guys, we're also streaming on Twitter. He'll be very happy to
Yeah.
see that I'm finally watching this movie.
Yeah.
There was no reason I didn't watch it. I just didn't see it when it came out. And honestly, it's one of those things where everyone who's ever found out I haven't seen it is like, you have to see it. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool.
Fuck you.
But no one's ever brought over like the DVD and said, let's watch it.
Wow.
So,
That feels like a veiled critique directly at me.
well, no, because it'll take me still like 2 years.
Plus,
so
I wouldn't bring the DVD. I'd bring
Yeah.
the Blu-ray.
the ultimate viewing experience.
Ultimate audio-visual experience.
Yeah.
Max, which is your pick?
My pick, I'm very excited to revisit. It's the Iron Giant.
There you go. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Kind of a
and
forgotten Disney movie.
I don't really,
I mean, it has like a cult following, but it
yeah, I
had.
was gonna say it's beloved, my friend.
Would you consider it part of the quote unquote Disney Renaissance?
No, that's a different thing altogether.
But this was a Disney movie that came out in that time period, didn't it?
Was it? I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't know. I thought it came out towards the.
We don't have to look it up.
yeah.
Someone else will look it up, or not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I don't
I-
consider it a Renaissance movie though.
well, it did horrible at the box office. Nobody saw it in theaters, so
It's your boy Brad Bird, right?
it's Brad Bird.
Well, he's getting Iron Giant's going to be in Ready Player One, so
Oh, there you go.
beloved.
I like The Iron Giant. I think it's a great movie, but I'm just saying the masses.
I'm not trying to fight you on this, Scott.
Well, you're fighting me a lot. Our other options are. Oh, Miles says it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
there
not
you
even
go.
Disney.
So
What the hell am I talking about?
yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, you didn't correct me on that.
I didn't. I forgot who
The Social
Diablo
Network,
Cody was. So
Argo,
me.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Fugitive. The
Mm.
Fugitive.
Give me your best. I didn't kill my wife.
I didn't kill my wife.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. The Social Network, very topical. Because
Yeah.
we're on Facebook Live, people.
We're on Facebook.
No other reason.
They do their Facebook thing, and it's the social network.
The more we say the word Facebook, the more our Facebook Live gets pushed to the top.
Do you think they can make a sequel now where it's like Mr.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg goes to Washington or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we
A
go.
lot's happened. Yeah, scratch it off.
No, I'm pretty excited to watch Argo if everyone picks
If.
that one,
Yeah.
because that's a good one.
Everyone's going to pick The Fugitive.
Probably.
No,
No,
probably
let's
not.
see.
The Social Network's pretty. David Fincher, you know?
Close Encounters, though.
Never seen Close Encounters.
You know, I have you on record one time saying you're gonna go watch it.
I think I said within a year.
It started as like a day, then went to a year. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Which one are you the most excited about revisiting here?
I've been wanting to watch Argo again just because I want like a good Ben Affleck in my life.
Yeah.
Because he's been real down lately.
Yeah, that Phoenix tattoo is my new favorite fail I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Like, if you get a full Phoenix tattooed across your back, you're both my favorite person and my least favorite person at the same
Yeah.
time.
Did you see Live by Night or Live by Night?
No,
I don't know what it's
I
supposed
did
to be called.
not. It
I
didn't
didn't
look
either.
good.
It was a big flop,
Yeah.
and if anybody in chat saw it, please let us know. But I don't think he's done much. Was Argo after The Town?
Yeah.
I mean,
wanna
so
say it is.
has he had a really big critical success since then, even as an actor?
I don't think I can't
Hmm.
recall off the top of my head. Chat, if you guys know, throw it in.
Yeah. So
Throw it up. Throw up some answers.
I'd like
for
to
us.
watch it again. See how it holds up.
Yeah, yeah.
The Social Network's great too. David Fincher's probably my favorite director, so I definitely
It
watch
would
that.
be interesting to revisit that one now.
Yeah.
So
And I always love The Fugitive. I watch it like once a year.
Yeah.
So
Paul
Yeah.
says Batman.
I remembered Batman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What's your favorite poster of these? That Iron
Uh,
Giant one's really cool.
The Iron Giant one is really cool. The Facebook one conveys a lot of information, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. The Facebook one's just a tagline.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah. I like the Catch Me If You Can one because they're a little blurred on there, so it's like it's very
It's like you-
kinetic.
it's like you can't even catch them. I'm pretty into I'm pretty into the Close Encounters poster though. It's nice and classic. It's
Yeah, and the
class,
text
you know?
on there is pretty good too. You can't
Yeah.
really read it from this distance, but
Yeah.
it says like the first encounter, sighting, 2nd
Mhm.
encounter. I don't remember, but it says
Touching.
it all. What is it?
Hands
the third
holding.
encounter's contact.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So second can't.
I was
be
trying to make it romantic.
Cool. It's very romantic. Light up a candle.
What do you
We have a
think?
lot of people who are pro Phoenix tattoo, by the way, in the chat.
Okay, well, I see Miles made a nice little X-Men reference there, and I agree. You know, it is a fail unless it's Rachel Summers.
Yeah, I don't get it. So
So we'll move on to the next line.
I can deliver a hearty laugh if you'd like.
Do it.
By the way, Sarah is in the chat now, so we're talking shit backs.
Yeah, okay, I won't.
All right, let's do that next. Oh, you already got it up. You're way ahead of me. Well, I
Sure.
took this line as well to force Max to watch a movie I like. I chose Spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
And Spotlight, Oscar winner. A lot of people.
This one I've wanted to watch, so I'm glad you picked it.
Oh, you're welcome. You'll finally get to watch it in like October. I don't know what the schedule works out to.
Yeah,
but
yeah, like a year from now.
yeah. But a lot of people didn't think it deserved the Academy Award. I think they're wrong.
You guys heard it first.
What did you choose on this line?
I picked Ghostbusters.
The original.
Yeah, the original.
Do you remember where the remake ended up?
No, it was one of those
60s or 70s.
those big splits.
Yeah.
Big splits on Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Yeah. But I don't remember. I remember it being fresh, but I don't remember where it ended up on the critic
Yeah.
score. But no, I mean Ghostbusters is great. It'll be fun to talk about.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cinema must, Like it's a
A
requirement.
cinemust.
A cinema must. Ugh, I don't like that.
You sort of said it.
I
Our
certainly
other
did.
options are The Princess Bride, Good Will Hunting, Jaws, and Mad Max Fury Road. That's another line of heavy hitters
Yeah. It was really hard for me not to pick Mad Max Fury Road as my choice,
because your name's Max.
and I drive on Fury Road like every day.
Yeah, that's what you call 485.
Yeah.
Am I right, Charlotte friends?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's-
45 is
it's-
not that bad.
It's art imitating life or something, right?
I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean there's some good choices here.
Great choices. I'd be curious about Jaws. I haven't seen it in 10 plus years,
Yeah.
and I mean it seems pretty timeless. So I'd like to watch it again with a more critical eye. The Princess Bride is like an unstoppable popularity machine, though.
That's true.
That's so
I watched
weird.
it about a year ago. It still holds up, man. It's
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah, that's why it's so popular.
Yeah.
That's why it's an unstoppable popularity machine.
So we were trying to think of what we could do for Scott's image to make him like super cool, and some things that came up were cigarette hanging off the lip, turtleneck,
Smoking was the main
cool jacket.
way to make myself cool. So everyone in chat, hit us with a thumbs up if you want me to start smoking.
Yeah, thumbs up for smokes.
Yep.
But besides that, the big picture here is that Scott, the way we described how he would look cool, is just Rory Scheider and Jaws.
Yeah.
So we were pretty excited about that because hey, who doesn't want to be cool? That's weird.
That's very weird. Good Will Hunting's one of my 3 favorite movies.
How about them apples?
Yeah. So I'd love to watch it again.
It would be good to visit that one again. I haven't seen it since about it came out.
You know what? Everybody, you guys, if you don't choose Argo, go ahead and choose Good Will Hunting.
If you don't choose Argo, fuck yourself.
But at least we get
Sorry,
some.
guys. That's
Benny.
really mean. I didn't mean that.
No. I did. Choose Argo. No, I'm just kidding. No, those are all good movies. That's another line of pure heavy hitters.
Yeah. I like that. That needs to be a drop.
I really like that.
Pure heavy hitters.
All right, go to that next day.
All right.
Elliot Reynolds has never seen Jaws. If we pick it, come on over.
That makes one of him.
Greg, I know you already said you had to leave, and you probably already left, but thanks for joining us for so long.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, our next line, 98%. Max, you picked another horror movie.
I did.
Lovely.
Getting these scares in.
What did you choose? For the audio listeners. Facebook, we know you can see it, but
Yeah. I picked The Babadook.
nice.
I saw this one in theaters, and I enjoyed it. My wife screamed the entire time. So I figured you'd enjoy it, too.
Did you?
No, it's good. It's actually kind of one of those movies. I know a lot of people who hated it when it came out because they didn't like aspects of it.
Well, only 2% of critics hated it.
Yeah. What do critics know anyway?
Fuck the critics. Are we allowed to curse on Facebook Live?
Well,
Mark Zuckerberg, go ahead and let us know if we're not,
Yeah, please, Mark.
and we'll watch The Social Network. I picked Say Anything.
Why's that?
I love Say Anything. It's my favorite Cameron Crowe movie, and we talk about Cameron Crowe probably more than we should.
Yeah.
One
day we'll do that Jerry Maguire commentary track.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It'll just be
Do
us
that.
crying.
But Say Anything's really good, and I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it.
Yeah.
This was Say Anything probably isn't really a 98% movie because it has way fewer reviews than all of these other 5 because I don't know, it had like 30 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or something. I don't care though.
My only concerns with Say Anything, because it's been a while since
Stop
I've seen
it.
it, is just it might not resonate with me how it did when I was like younger. That's my only
Yeah.
concern. It's probably still a good film, but you know,
Yeah, I mean it's very relatable.
Yeah.
As like a single person, or especially as like a high school to college age
just like
person.
a young dude.
Yeah.
It's a very young dude movie.
Well, as a still young dude, right? I'm still young.
You're trying to say I'm not?
You said it,
No, I just said it's a young dude movie.
and then you said you couldn't relate to it.
Look, don't twist my words, Scott.
Our other choices are The Wrestler, E.T., Moonlight, and Sense and Sensibility. I know The Wrestler's one of your favorites.
Are you sure I didn't pick The Wrestler? Oh, come on now.
We're still on Facebook Live. Hey, guys, we're just... Yep, it paused. I know you can hear me, so I'm going to go and turn over here.
Yeah.
Miles wants us to watch Moonlight.
Well, Miles.
He said Max is after his own heart with all these spook show picks.
Yeah.
The
critical spook show.
We got Jason and Todd got on that one quick, so maybe their jobs are still safe.
Yeah. There's something wrong in the software here. I gotta look into that.
Moonlight is very, very good.
I missed Moonlight last year, so I'm excited to see where that one goes.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't really controversial that it beat La La Land, but just the way it was revealed. I think it earned some criticism because of that, because now people automatically compare the two like so tightly.
Well, if you notice, La La Land's not on our list.
Oh!
It's great because you guys could see all the weird faces we make at each other now.
It's a zinger. No, Moonlight's really good. I liked Moonlight. It's a good coming of age story, and it transitions from just your classic high school coming of age, which is like your general coming of age movie, to a much older kind of self-discovery.
That's
really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sense and Sensibility, but I like Ang Lee.
It's been years since I've seen it, but I remember thinking it was really good.
E.T. though is like the sleeping giant in here, right?
E.T. I watched E.T. Like last week, and it was, or like 2 weeks ago. It was amazing. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I'd watch it again.
You might have to.
I'll watch it right after we finish doing this.
I might go.
I won't, but no, E.T. is great. The Wrestler I love. I'm surprised I didn't pick The Wrestler. I'm actually kind of regretting those things now.
Oh, you just threw a pen at me, people.
That's how upset I am. Yeah, let's double check our math here just to make sure I didn't pick The Wrestler, because that seems like something I would pick.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I just checked it again.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah. So no, but what I'm trying to say is, whatever wins this line, like I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's your favorite poster of these? I really like that Moonlight one.
The Moonlight one is really good.
The colors are nice.
But that Wrestler poster is pretty dope too.
Yeah.
I know you might be a little hesitant to dip back into Darren.
No, I'm fine. I like Darren Aronofsky. His movies just make me uncomfortable sometimes, and I hate them. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fair. That's fair.
That is what I thought about Mother.
Yeah. Mother. You start with that soft accent, then hit that at the end, you know?
Boom. Go to the next one, man.
All right, let's do this.
I didn't mean that. I said that in kind of a commanding way, and I didn't mean it like that.
I feel bad for our Twitter followers who can't see these great overlays, but you guys can just...
They're getting a lot of this signal.
They get these guns. That's all they get.
Boom.
So. All right. 99.
99.
This is where the magic happens.
This is a weird line. 99 and 100, the movies are kind of weird. Not that they're not bad by any means, but it's just kind of a hodgepodge.
This is when people will just stop watching the feed, basically. So.
Yeah. Well, my pick for 99% was L.A. Confidential, one of the best like neo-noir films, modern noir. The only thing that's weird about it for me now is Kevin Spacey is just kind of weird to watch.
Yeah.
He plays kind of a skis ball in this, though, so.
Who would have guessed?
What was your pick on the 99er?
My pick is Dr. Strangelove.
Never seen it, so.
I'm excited for you to watch it. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's good. It's another required watching. So
it seems like a acquired taste might not be the right phrase, but
I mean, I think it's one of those ones that even if you're not crazy about it, you'll enjoy it just because it's of its place in cinema history.
Sure.
So I mean, there's definitely a lot to pull out of it.
Yeah.
But it's also just.
I'm a big fan of pulling out anything.
It's just
anything
good
I
watching.
can get out of it.
Good watching.
Our other options are The Wizard of Oz, Get Out, Selma, and Short Term 12.
Yeah, this is a line, man.
It's a funny line. Like The Wizard of Oz is so revered and old, and then you have Get Out, like a very modern movie. To have them on the same line is kind of funny. Short Term 12 is one of my favorite movies. I'm really glad it's this high. Mm-hmm. It's a nice indie flick.
Mm-hmm.
And then Selma, I've never been interested in, like, I don't like biopics in general.
I'm interested in watching that one.
Yeah. So, but I've never like gone out of my way to watch Selma. So if it's chosen, I'm excited to see it.
I don't know how. I think like Get Out's just gonna win this row, honestly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, it's so new and so relevant and so fresh. Still, I think people are just gonna like load up on that one.
Yeah, but that's why they do the vote. You know, maybe
That's
you'll be
true,
surprised.
yeah,
This
it's
could be like a Truman.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm.
Truman-
Dewey beats Truman. Wasn't that the big newspaper
That's
picture?
true. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
Photoshop me holding that up.
There you go.
No, I'm interested to see how this one turns out.
Yeah.
It could be cool. It's
For
gonna
sure.
be cool.
Which is your favorite poster of these? I won't lie. The Get Out had like 3 really cool posters
Yeah,
to
I
choose
mean,
from.
that Get Out poster is pretty dope.
Yeah.
The Selma poster is pretty good because it gets you the message right across.
For sure.
Like LA Confidential is also good in that sense.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz and Short Term 12, without knowing, if you just look at them, you're like, those are movie posters.
Plus that that font choice,
Font
toit, on Short Term 12 makes it hard to read from afar.
Yeah, that's
you got
true.
that like that cloud colored font
Yeah.
in front of a field of clouds.
Light on light on light.
Boom. All right, this is what we're here for. The 100%.
That hundo.
Hit me with that Benjamin.
Here's the big reveal.
Boom.
Drum roll, please. Bam.
I timed that pretty well. The 100% is an interesting list. A lot of the films on there either have 5 to 8 reviews total,
Yeah.
or they're Alfred Hitchcock movies, or they're Toy Story and Toy Story 2.
Yep.
But I think we found a nice collection. I chose The Terminator. A lot of people forget about the there too. The Terminator.
It's not Terminator. It's the Terminator.
Yep. It's my favorite James Cameron movie by far.
Yeah, I mean that probably is your favorite James Cameron movie by far.
That's why I said it.
My pick. I picked. Well, let me read the pronunciation you threw up here because you put in a French poster. Les Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool poster, though. Let's be real.
No, that's a dope poster. You picked a good one here.
Thank you.
It's just also in French. But I mean, dude, it's Kurosawa.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not pick it. So
You guys want to know how in tune Max and I are? I didn't know Max was going to pick Seven Samurai. A couple days before we made these choices, there was a Criterion Collection flash sale, 50% off everything. I bought Seven Samurai on Blu-ray, the ultimate audio-visual experience.
it's true. And we're so in tune that
Did you know that? I thought that was a big reveal.
when I found out the robots were trying to kill you, I went back in time to save your mom.
And she thanks you. The other options we have here are 12 Angry Men, North by Northwest, Pinocchio, and Toy Story.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all excellent.
I don't know how this one's gonna go.
What's kind of funny to me is Pinocchio, the original classic cartoon, 100%. Is it Roberto Benigni?
Roberto Benigni's live action Pinocchio was a 0.
Zero.
Yeah. Watch the trailer and there's no question that it was a 0.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, 12 Angry Men's pretty amazing. You know? North by Northwest. I mean, it's weird, man, because, like, what is it? Like, 92, I'm more excited about than 100 overall. I am excited to see Seven Samurai, but, you know, I want to see what people pick from, like, Children of Men, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, and The Lion King.
Yeah, I think that's the heavy hitter.
I just feel like Toy Story's going to win this one.
I have to interrupt real quick with a funny comment from the Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
John Darling, former podcast guest, who we need to get back on this thing.
Yeah.
He told me that he kept a snake in our apartment that he never told us about. I knew about like 3 of the snakes.
Yeah.
So it's okay, John. I survived.
I wonder if he kept it in your boot. If there's a snake in your boot.
Nice.
Toy Story deep cut, Scott.
It's not that deep of a cut, my friend. I don't think there's such thing as a Toy Story deep cut.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, and I'll say this. A lot of people don't agree with me, but Toy Story 2, best of the Toy Stories. At me.
I don't
At
agree.
me,
I don't agree
people.
with him. I don't agree with him.
No, you were supposed to agree.
I don't agree.
Oh,
Toy
whatever.
Story 3.
You think Toy Story 3 is the best?
That's probably the one I like the most.
Mm.
A boa constrictor. Yeah, so I think there's a Toy Story for everybody, though. How do you feel about Toy Story 4?
Do you think it was really a boa constrictor?
I think it was constricting.
John. I don't think Toy Story 4 is necessary.
What is it going to be, though?
I don't know.
There we go. You guys heard it first.
What do you think? I work at Pixar or something?
Not yet.
No, I don't. I mean, it'll probably be all our old favorite toys with the neighbor. Right?
Yeah.
What if Andy went nuts, came back, and wanted to get us toys? You're so disgusted.
I just didn't know where Andy Went Nuts is gonna go.
You know, it's just a really dark.
Yeah.
Andy's mom's the real hero of the movie.
Is she?
Yeah, because like if it's not for Andy's mom, there's no movie, right?
That's true.
I hope she's in Toy Story 4.
What if it's just her and she's like really old, the old person's home? She just stares at these toys all day, just crying.
And that's worse than my Andy Goes Nuts.
Yeah.
Agreed. John keeps unraveling the details of this snake. He said all 4 were very high-end elite snakes.
Leet Snakes.
John, when we watch Black Snake Moan, we'll have you back on.
Actually starting a shoe brand called Leet Snakes.
That's our list, though. So for anybody who joined late, we're going to break this down one more time.
Yeah.
Max and I each have picked a movie for every percentage. Then the 4 options we've listed are going to be your choices for what we will watch. We're going to do polls on Twitter for sure, like we did with the last one. Maybe on the website, too. The website poll that I had set up had some issues, but I'm going to try and change a few things and get it set up again.
Just to reference those issues, somebody voted for a movie about 45 times in a row.
Yeah, in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that person is probably downstairs. So
It was Walter.
It was Walter.
But you're going to have the opportunity of your voice heard. Choose a movie for us. We had fun with that at the 86% when we last did it. And we just want to spend more time celebrating awesome movies.
Yeah, just have some fun.
Yeah. So
Do some film geeking.
That's going to be 33 movies. 33 more movies, and then we're done.
That's it.
And then I never have to see you again.
Yeah, then you guys can listen to the new podcast me and Scott are starting about Dragon Ball Super.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Give me one up there.
That's not actually set in stone yet. It might be about Power Rangers.
So this is a good time to wrap things up for the audio podcast, I think. But we do want to stick around and do Q&A or discuss any movies you guys want to bring up. So go ahead and post any comments or anything you have. And in about 15 minutes, for anybody still in chat, we're going to be giving away a Blu-ray copy of the movie Heat.
Woo!
Woo!
Even though it didn't win that vote,
yeah,
you can still win the movie.
We want someone who didn't vote for Heat to win so you can see why you were wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess as our closer, Max, where can the good people find us?
You can always find us on Facebook, hanging out with Mark Zucks and doing some live vids and reading your guys' personal phone call logs. You can also find us at thecriticalbreakdown.com. You can find us on Twitter at BreakdownCast.
Yeah.
You can find me still questioning why I did not pick The Wrestler as my movie.
Yeah.
Or you can find me at Max Rivera Film on Twitter.
You can find me trying to find a reason not to have to watch The Witch and the Babadook. Or you can find me at breakdown_Scott on Instagram. Shoot us an email. Thanks for joining us, everyone who joined live. And everybody who's listening on the podcast, thanks for joining us this way. Thanks for all your support. Period.
We'll see you guys next time.
So that's our audio show. But Sarah has a question. She was the winner of the last giveaway of Pan. And Jason and Todd, in moving one of the hosts to a new studio, may have lost their copy of Pan. So your copy of Pan will be a wedding present. So,
wow. That's the only wedding present you're getting, by the way.
What
from
about
the Critical Breakdown?
What about my wedding presents?
Ooh.
Yeah. That's pretty
there
nice.
There we go.
No, I'll buy you a copy of Pan, Sarah. I will. I really will.
Yeah.
I did find it because I had originally lost it, and I found it again when I was moving.
He's getting slappy.
But then I lost it again. So
that
was
Jody asked us, and guys, just throw in your questions if you have any, even if they're weird. Jody asked us if we have any nostalgia for the bottom 10%.
Nope.
I probably do more than you because I do like to throw down on a bad movie, and now I just have to do them for fun and not for work.
What's interesting is the bottom 10% was probably more enjoyable than the next 10%.
Yeah, that's
the next 10% were closer to real movies, and it makes them worse somehow.
Yeah. Actually, former guest Albert just revisited our Fantastic Four episode that we did with Miles.
Yep.
And he was just sending me some text while he was watching it, and it did give me some nostalgia because he was like, "This movie is not that bad right now." I'm like halfway through it. It's just kind of okay. It's not like the worst thing ever.
It's just boring.
And then I was like, "Just wait for Act 3, man." It just from
Goes
there
off the
on,
rails.
it's just bad. But yeah, so it's just I kind of do miss having a reason to watch terrible movies.
For sure. John has $1 million idea. He says, make our own pasta restaurant called Mac and Me.
Ooh.
Mac and Me's? No.
Paul just said Mac and Me with a question mark.
Yeah, I'm just making sure he gets it. It's like mac and cheese, guys. That's a good idea, John. Would you rewatch Mac and Me for fun?
Yeah. I was hoping once we hit 100 that the next week, no matter what, we rewatch Mac and Me.
We could just, we don't have to rewatch it. We can just play that episode again.
It'd be kind of funny. But it would be funny to like revisit it and not listen to the episode beforehand. But that's probably not going to happen because Scott seems very out on that idea already.
I think I would rewatch it. I wouldn't love it, but it would make a fun episode to revisit.
Yeah.
I would not revisit Master of Disguise.
Never.
I would rewatch the number 23.
See, that's one that I'm out on.
Even the first time we watched number 23, I know you had a hard time focusing.
It's one of the few that I felt, just that I didn't want to be there.
No. Paul says we should do reviews of each episode for our next set of episodes.
I wouldn't because the first 20 have bad sound quality compared to now, and that would just drive me crazy.
That's true. We did go, we have stepped up slowly. We started in my dining room, which had no walls. It was just connected to my kitchen and living room with one microphone.
Yeah.
And then we started, when you moved to your new house, we started recording there. And even then, we've gotten more equipment and stuff, so we definitely sound a lot better.
Over the times, we've added more and more.
Yeah, I remember we usually watch the movies here as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a couple, though, at Casa del Scoots.
Well, we have a new question. Sarah Tennant asked, when are we going to get your honest thoughts on Mr. Deeds?
I mean, I'll share them now.
Yeah.
I think we have shared them. It's just not very well thought. Well, it's just not like a lengthy honest thoughts. The movie's very bad. Mm-hmm. It's not funny, and it's incredibly boring.
Yeah, it was super boring. There was probably no laughs from us. I laughed at the very end when Steve Buscemi crashed his car. That was the only time I laughed. It's like during Winona Ryder's Dark Time when she was like a super stone cold fox but got in trouble for shoplifting and just kind of like lost her career for like a decade.
She needed the money.
Yeah, she was just doing it for fun, I honestly think. But
you think she was doing Mr. Deeds for fun?
No, she was doing
the robbery.
The shoplifting for fun. But you know what? I mean, Adam Sandler describes his movies as doing them for fun. He gets to go out, hang out with his friends, so maybe.
The weird thing about that, though, is I've heard that quote, too, where Adam Sandler says he makes these movies so he can hang out with his friends and go to a cool place. Yeah. Mr. Deeds doesn't take place... it takes place in New York, but it probably wasn't filmed there.
It's probably cooler to go to, like, the nowhere town where he ran, like, a pizza shop or something.
Nowhere Town, Maine.
Yeah.
Mr. Deeds is based on... like Mr. Deeds Goes to Washington or something.
That's not the name, but yeah. It's like Mr. Deeds Wins a Million. We're both wrong, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever. Tony says he loves me and he wants me to have his children, so thank you for that.
Nice. That's not really a question, but we'll still accept it. Jody asked us if any repeat actors get a chance for redemption in the top 10%.
Oh no! Let's do a look up.
Research.
Who are the Jim Carrey maybe, but he's not doing anything.
Actors, I don't know, but right off the bat, we mentioned this earlier. Yeah. David O. Russell, the director, is getting a repeat.
Yep.
Right at the cusp here, so that's interesting.
Yeah. He technically wasn't the director of Accidental Love, but that's just because he asked the Directors Guild to have his name wiped from that record.
The Alan Smithy move.
But we have made sure that it is on the record.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic Four. So there's a lot of good actors in Fantastic Four. Miles Teller is going to be in The Spectacular Now. well, he is in the Spectacular now, and we're going to watch it. Whiplash has a shot there. Creed has a shot to get Michael B. Jordan up in here again. But a lot of those movies, like Mac and Me and Master of Disguise, they just have no good actors. Getaway has Ethan Hawke and Jon Voight, and we've seen Jon Voight again, but he's not in any of these, is he? I don't think Ethan Hawke's in any of these either, is he?
That's a shame.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's the man. This is the look up on a sheet breakdown.
Okay, let's see who else. Miles asked us if we're really ending the critical breakdown. Probably not. We have 30 weeks to decide that. But
Yeah,
we might take like a little pause and rejigger things if we need to, reconfigure.
Yeah, I don't know that the critical breakdown will remain with this format.
Yeah. But we would have to think of a long-term new format, basically.
Because like once you reach the peak of Mount Everest, and then you go back down, do you just climb it again?
Our original idea, because we had a rule when we started this podcast, no sequels. Our original idea was to go back and just do sequels. But that's very heavily weighted towards being bad movies.
Yeah, and I think it's harder to discuss a sequel when we not necessarily when we haven't necessarily seen the original.
Yeah.
Like Baby Geniuses 2. Will we really get it if we haven't seen Baby Geniuses? It's hard to say.
It might be better that way.
Yeah, that's true. But no, we'll do something, but I'm not sure what. So, and like Max said, we might take a little break. Some of our episodes are 5 to 10 minutes long, but we have put out a new episode every week since we started, which is, well, when this goes up on the podcast, it'll be our 2-year anniversary.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Scott.
Thanks, Max. You too. But it'll have been 2 years of all new episodes. And I think that's a nice feather in our cap. But
yeah.
I think we could use the break, personally.
Yeah, I think if we did that, we'd set like a date to just pick right back up again. But that's for us to decide later. We might get 30 weeks from now and be like, hell no, we're going to keep going, man.
Yeah, we'll watch a 101% movie.
Yeah. Watch a 200% movie.
John asks, would I rather watch Master of Disguise or eat cheap Chinese food in a crowded sauna? I would rather eat cheap Chinese food in a crowded sauna.
Yeah, I'm looking for the downside here.
Yeah. Well, how would the sauna react with the food?
Yeah.
I guess it would steam your rice even more.
You'd be that dude walking in with like the smelly food. That'd be the hardest part.
Is a dude walking in with smelly food to a sauna already like a thing?
Well, I mean, just like think about when you're in the movie theater. I've been the guy before who like rolls in with like a chili cheese dog.
I have sat next to someone eating a plate of fish at a movie theater.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you want to be the fish movie theater guy or the crowded sauna Chinese food guy?
I feel like in a sauna, even if it's not smelly food, people are going to have an issue with it.
Everything kind of smells funky in a sauna, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to have an issue eating in there. But, like, imagine me being in a crowded sauna, just, like, making eye contact with people and eating fried rice.
But what about this? You have to watch Master of Disguise again.
Yeah, that's why that's not an option.
So you're still taking the Chinese food, but you just know it's going to be hard for you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Plus, I can eat cheap Chinese food very quickly.
Yeah.
So, not worried about that. Sarah asks if Wally, Pete, and Mickey could guest host for review of Air Bud or Hotel for Dogs. What the Secret Life of Pets?
What about male models?
Zoolander.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because you pitched out another movie instead of answering.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think Walter and Mickey would get into a fight on the air.
Yeah, for sure they would.
Walter just said it wasn't fair for you to be live and not have him be on since he hosted last night. And you're talking about him.
We have a special guest. Oh, thank you. Hey, Walter.
Wally's in here now.
Here's the podcast dog for those who haven't seen him in the flesh.
Yeah.
Walter, give the microphone a kiss.
It's Walter.
Is he in frame?
He will be. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Everyone say hey to Wally.
Yeah, don't let him kiss you on the face, says me holding him.
You can let him kiss you if you want.
I won't. I would never. I got nothing else. I've taken down a list of all the folks in our chat, and I'm going to do a little giveaway.
Little giveaway. What are we giving away?
Heat! Blu-ray copy of Heat. Oh, I don't have it with me.
Ah, okay.
It's at home. And it is real, though.
Yeah.
So we'll give everyone a couple more minutes. Just make sure you make a comment in chat if you want to be included in the giveaway.
Yeah.
And then we'll get in touch with you about how to get you that Blu-ray.
Go to Sarah's wedding, and we'll give you the Blu-ray.
Yeah. She won't be getting her copy of Pan, though. No, she will. I had something to say.
Was it about Chinese food?
No, it was about Blu-rays. Guys, there's a big difference between a Blu-ray and a DVD. I just want to say, I was talking to someone last week, and they said it's quote-unquote basically the same thing. But that's not true at all. There's Pete, by the way. Blu-rays do look significantly better on an HD TV.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's the ultimate audiovisual experience.
Our next podcast could just be a breakdown of Blu-ray as a technology.
Do you guys like Blu-rays when they have... Here's a question for the audience. Do you guys like when Blu-rays have BD Live trailers?
I don't know if anyone else is really going to realize, but BD Live is when instead of having old trailers that were of the era that the Blu-ray was released, they use the internet to feed in semi-fresh trailers, but usually they're still 6 months to a year old.
Yeah.
Okay, Walter. And it's super annoying
Yeah.
because it's always a trailer for the most recent version of The Mummy somehow.
Yeah, that's accurate. We've watched quite a few Blu-rays, and the ones with BD Live always pull up a Mummy trailer no matter what. And it's never necessarily the new Mummy. It's a recent Mummy. There was the one set in China that came out.
Yeah, the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Yeah.
Here's a fun discussion. Greg asks Red Baron, Tombstone, or DiGiorno. And it's a very funny callback because Greg used to eat Red Baron pizzas at work for lunch, and that's how he earned the nickname. And all right,
Stop
Pete.
it.
Sarah, though, immediately throws in a Freshetta vote.
Wow.
We were definitely a Freshetta household growing up. Sarah likes the Freshetta because of the sauce, I believe. I like the Freshetta because of the crust.
I probably grew up in a what's cheaper than Tombstone in that kind of household, but generic pizza.
Generic.
I grew up in that house, but I do like to throw down in a DiGiorno every now and then.
When I'm feeling real bougie, I'll get a California Pizza Kitchen.
Ooh.
The little Sicilian recipe.
Yeah.
Ooh, that thin crust. Ooh,
Oh man.
it's real good.
Yeah, I think that's it, Miles. Totino's or something.
Totino's are the pizza rolls.
Oh, so it's not that one. It's like Tony's or something.
Tony's.
Yeah.
Tony's is definitely a brand
Yeah.
where it doesn't really come in a box either. It comes in like a bag.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Now Scott's just making fun of my childhood.
Sorry.
Blu-ray though, am I right?
Yeah. Elliot said he hasn't bought a DVD since Blu-ray came out. So good man. A lot of votes for Totino's or Tortino's. Dan says they have pizza too. Totino's Pizza.
There we go.
So
I trust.
I
Dan.
figured they just capitalized the market on rolls.
Well, you have to make the pizza before you can roll it. Dude.
That's true. So they probably call them like
You've seen the
Totino's
commercials.
unrolled.
They slice it up and then
That's true.
they just roll them up.
Those are just
man.
their frozen pizzas that they're slicing up.
I roll up, dude.
They recently canceled my favorite, or discontinued my favorite frozen pizza to get, which was the DiGiorno garlic bread crust pizza. Yeah. But I'm just a garlic boy. What can I say? All right. I'm going to tally all our people and do...
Guys, this is your last chance if you have not commented yet and you want a free copy of Heat.
making
comment.
Sure I got everyone in here.
Right now. If you've commented already, you don't have to comment.
Yeah. Come in already. Stop.
Everybody, this episode is brought to you by Netflix. When you're wanting to go to sleep and need a movie to watch, you just put on Netflix. If you've been trying to catch some Z's and you want to watch Miracle on Ice, put on Netflix.
We're actually getting a lot of Totino's Pizza votes in here. I'm sorry for doubting you, Totino's Pizza. Bye, Wally.
There we go. We're going to have to get some Totino's going. Daniel Withers just threw in a comment. You
Buzzer beater from Dan Withers. All right. The polls are closed. Give me 1 second.
All right,
and
polls
we'll
are
get
closed.
Get your votes in there. Max, I did like that that fake Donafart ad there.
Oh, thanks.
Pete's sniffing the old crotcharoo.
I'll have to record that one for the for an upcoming episode then.
No. The winner of the Blu-ray copy of Heat is John Darling.
John Darling.
Boom.
You might be a snake in the grass, but you got yourself a movie.
This is especially fun because the first time I watched Heat was with John Darling before our Takers episode.
That's right.
And actually, this is perfect because John and I had a very hard time finding a place to rent Heat online. We had to rent it from YouTube, but not via their PlayStation app. We got it from YouTube's Samsung TV app.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's strange.
So it was a deep cut, but it was worth it. So, John, congrats. Either next time I'm in Greenville, I'm going to drop it off for you. And we can get lunch.
Yeah, you guys could split a Totino's.
Yeah, we can split a Totino's.
The camera cut off.
Or we can, our camera cut off. Gosh, darn it. Right for the big reveal.
Yeah. That's it's blackout.
Or I can mail it to you if you want that hot heat right away.
Yeah. And he can mail you a Totino's as well because they're probably staying good in the mail. Let's be real.
Yeah, so congrats. That's our only giveaway today. I did look through before I came to see if I had any extra Blu-ray copies of anything, but I don't. So,
oh, Pete, it's okay. Yeah, guys. Should we do more live episodes?
yeah, I'm having fun.
Let's do a quick poll.
Do we know how to do that?
Thumbs up for live episodes.
Emoji test. It's gonna take him a minute to get there,
Yeah.
so
Scott,
I'm gonna just sit with dead air.
why a podcast?
No, I mean,
I guess we shouldn't do one.
no. I think that people will. Paul wants a Princess Mononoke Blu-ray, so for everybody who's getting ready to buy Paul,
It's like you don't even know the guy.
who's getting ready to get Paul a birthday gift, go ahead and get him a Princess Mononoke Blu-ray.
He would love it. That's a
Yeah.
good movie.
There we go. There's them thumbs.
Got 2.
2 thumbs.
Hey, that's enough for Siskel and Ebert. That's enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Max, do you have any more discussion points you want to address?
Nope. I know your name, Paul.
Thanks for everybody for joining us.
Yeah, it was a good fun time.
It's
guys.
fun. I hope you're excited to have your voice heard in the upcoming episodes of the Critical Breakdown.
It's our voices, but your thoughts.
Yeah, but they get it.
You guys get it. Paul said, "How do I thumb?" And I think that's good enough for me.
Yeah, that works.
So
Maybe we'll do more live episodes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's like 2.5 thumbs, and that ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll come back. Maybe we'll discuss.
We'll come back.
We'll discuss, but we'll be back. We'll
Yeah.
be doing some lives.
For sure.
All right, thanks, guys. You guys have a good night.
Bye.